You checked your balance this morning, the same one you've been staring at for months, maybe years. And I bet you felt something, didn't you? Maybe frustration, maybe disappointment, maybe even doubt. Because it doesn't look like much is happening. The numbers are crawling forward so slowly that you're starting to wonder if this whole investing thing is even worth it. But here's what nobody tells you. That feeling, that exact moment of boredom and doubt is actually the most important signal. It means you're closer than you think. Because before your money explodes, before compounding turns into a financial rocket ship, there are always specific things that happen first. Always. And today I'm going to show you exactly what to look for. These are the 7 things that always, and I mean always, happen right before your compounding takes off. And if you're experiencing the 4th thing right now, you might already be standing at the edge of something massive. So here's the thing about compounding that drives people crazy. It doesn't feel like progress at the start. It feels like you're pushing a boulder uphill in the dark with no end in sight. You put in money every month, you check your account, the balance goes up a tiny bit, then the market dips and it goes back down, then up a little, then sideways for weeks, and you start thinking, is this it? Is this all there is? But that's exactly the trap. Because compounding doesn't work in a straight line. It works in a curve. And curves are sneaky. They look flat for a long time, so long that most people quit before the curve bends upward. But there are signals along the way. Specific markers that tell you you're on the right path, even when it doesn't feel like it. And the people who recognize these signals, they're the ones who stay in the game long enough to see the explosion happen. Will you be one of them? Stay until the end to find out. Leave a like, and let's start. The first thing that always happens is this. Your growth starts feeling painfully slow and mind-numbingly boring. I know that sounds backwards. You'd think explosive growth would feel exciting, right? Wrong. The truth is, boredom is actually your best friend when it comes to compounding. Let me explain why. When you first start investing, everything feels dramatic. You put in $100 and you're glued to your phone, watching the number bounce around. Market goes up 2%, you're celebrating. Market drops 3%, you're spiraling. Every movement feels personal. But here's what happens over time. You keep putting money in, month after month, year after year, and gradually the returns stop feeling emotional. They stop feeling like a gamble. They just become part of the background. Your account ticks up slowly, steadily, with 0 fireworks. And that's when you know you're building something real. Think about it like this. Imagine a farmer planting seeds in spring. The first few weeks, he's out there every single day checking the soil. He's nervous, he's impatient. He wants to see green shoots breaking through the ground right now. But nothing dramatic happens. The seeds are underground doing their work where he can't see them, building roots, spreading out, getting stronger. Then one morning he walks out and the whole field is alive. Plants everywhere, growth exploding in every direction. That boring middle period wasn't wasted time. It was the foundation being built. Your money works the same way. Let's say you're putting away $300 a month into an index fund. After 3 years, you've got maybe $12,000 saved up. Your contributions added $10,800. The market added maybe $1,200 on top. You look at that number and think, this is nothing. I'm working this hard for $1,200 of growth, but you're missing what's happening under the surface. The roots are spreading. The foundation is being laid. And in another 7 years, that same account could be sitting at $50,000, then $100,000, then more. Nothing flashy happened in any single month, but the boring compounding turned into a wave you can't stop. So if your investing feels boring right now, don't panic. That's actually the first signal you're on the right track. The second thing that always happens before compounding takes off is this. Your money starts earning more than you contribute. And this is the turning point most people never see coming. At the beginning, you are the engine. Every dollar of growth comes from your paycheck, your discipline, your sacrifice. You're carrying the entire weight on your shoulders. But then something shifts. Your investments start producing returns that match what you're putting in. Then they start producing more, way more, and suddenly you're not the engine anymore. Your money is. Here's a real example. Let's say you're saving $500 a month and your investments are growing at 7% a year. In the first year, your account earns maybe $200 in growth. You put in $6,000. The market added 200. You're still doing all the heavy lifting. But fast forward to year 12. By now you've invested $72,000 of your own money, but your account is worth around $120,000. That means compounding has added $48,000 on top of what you contributed. Your money just earned more in 1 year than you contributed yourself. That's the flip. That's the signal. Think of it like hiring workers to build a house. At first, you're the only one on site. You're hauling bricks, mixing cement, laying walls. Everything happens slowly because it's all on you. But then you hire one worker, then 5, then 20. Suddenly the house is going up faster than you could ever build it alone. That's what happens when your compounding takes over. The reinvested dividends, the interest, the growth, they become your workers. And once their output passes your own contributions, the math becomes insane. By year 20, you've invested $120,000 total, but the account is worth around $260,000. Compounding has contributed $140,000 more than you ever put in. And here's where it gets wild. In the next 10 years, your money might double itself without you even increasing your contributions. Because once the workers outnumber you, they build faster than you ever could. That's signal number 2. And once you cross that line, you know the explosion is close. The third thing that happens is this. Time becomes more important than money. And this is where most people's brains break a little bit and know that even platforms pay you for the time people stay on it, like YouTube. And if you understand how it works, you can invest much more in compounding. If you want to know how to do it, join with the link below. At the start, you obsess over saving more. You think, if I could just put in an extra $100 a month, I'd get there faster. And yes, in the early years, more money does help. But then you start to notice something strange. Even a small amount left alone for a long time grows faster than a large amount that gets interrupted. You realize that patience isn't just helpful. It's the weapon. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine 2 people. Amy starts investing at age 20. She puts in $200 a month for 10 years. Then she stops completely. She never adds another dollar. Ben starts later at age 30, but he puts in $500 a month and keeps going for 30 years straight. Who ends up with more money at age 60? You'd think Ben, right? He saved way more money. $240,000 total compared to Amy's $24,000. But here's what actually happens. Amy ends up with more, even though she saved a tenth of what Ben did, even though she stopped after 10 years. Why? Because her money had 40 years to grow. Ben's money only had 30. Time beat money. This is the moment when you stop freaking out about how much you're contributing and start focusing on how long you let it grow. You stop panicking when the market dips. You stop obsessing over every paycheck. You realize the calendar has more power than your wallet. And when that shift happens in your mind, you're right on the edge of compounding, exploding. Because you finally understand the game you're playing. The fourth thing that always happens is this. Market dips stop scaring you and start exciting you. And this one is huge. This is where beginners and pros split apart. In the beginning, every drop feels like the end of the world. You log into your account and see red numbers everywhere. Your balance is down $500, $1,000, maybe more. Your stomach drops. You feel sick. You think, did I just lose everything? Should I sell before it gets worse? And a lot of people do sell. They lock in the loss because the fear is unbearable. But here's what happens after you've been through a few cycles. After you've watched your account drop and then recover. Drop again and recover again. You start to see the pattern. You realize the market always bounces back. It might take weeks, it might take months, but it comes back. And when you see that enough times, something clicks in your brain. The next time a dip happens, you don't feel fear. You feel opportunity. Why? Because you've learned what experienced investors have known forever. Dips are sales. When the market crashes and everyone is panicking, that's when everything goes on discount. The same shares you were buying last month for $50 are now $35. You're getting more for your money. And when the market recovers, and it always does, your compounding accelerates because you bought low. Picture someone with $200,000 invested. The market drops 20%. Their balance falls to $160,000. They just lost $40,000 on paper. In the past, that would have destroyed them, but now they see it differently. Their monthly contribution of $1,000 is suddenly buying 20% more shares than it was last month. Instead of panicking, they smile. They know the recovery is coming, and when it does, those extra shares they bought during the dip will multiply their returns. Fear turns into excitement, and that shift is one of the clearest signals you're about to see compounding explode. The fifth thing that happens is this. Your compound growth starts paying for real parts of your life. Not just buying you coffee, not just covering a dinner. Real things. Rent, mortgage, vacations, monthly expenses. At the beginning, the growth is invisible. A few bucks here, a dividend there, enough for a sandwich maybe. But over time, the trickle becomes a stream. And then one day, you check your account and realize the stream has turned into a river. Your investments produced $15,000 last year. That's over $1,000 a month, without you lifting a finger. Suddenly your rent is covered, or your car payment, or your health insurance. The money arrived automatically because you let compounding do its thing. Imagine someone who invested steadily for 18 years. They check their account and see that their portfolio generated $18,000 in growth over the last 12 months. That's $1,500 a month on autopilot. Their mortgage is paid by their investments. They didn't trade their time for that money. It just showed up. That's freedom. That's security. And it's also a massive signal that compounding's about to explode. Because here's what happens psychologically. When your money starts paying your bills, your stress drops. You stop feeling trapped. You stop taking jobs just for the paycheck. You can say no to things that drain you, and yes to opportunities you actually care about. And here's the kicker. Once compounding starts paying for your life, it rarely goes backward. Because as long as you keep reinvesting, next year it pays for more. And the year after that, even more. That's how a snowball becomes unstoppable. The sixth thing that happens, and this one is wild, is this. Your money starts growing faster than your goals. Way faster. Most people set a target. Maybe it's 50,000 saved. Maybe it's 200,000. Maybe $1 million. And at first that number feels impossible. You imagine grinding for decades to reach it. Climbing a mountain step by step. But then something crazy happens. You check your account one day and realize you already passed the goal. Years ahead of schedule. The mountain you thought would take 30 years, you climbed it in 15. Let me give you an example. Someone sets a goal to save $300,000 by age 50. They plan it out carefully. They save every month. They expect it to take 25 years, but at age 46 they check their balance and it's already at $350,000. Compounding didn't just reach the goal, it blew past it. The plan said 25 years. Compounding did it in 16. This is where the curve bends hard. This is when you realize your old milestones can't keep up with the growth anymore. And it changes how you think. You stop asking, how do I reach my goal? You start asking, how far can this actually go? The game completely changes. Because compounding has shifted into the fast lane. And once you see this happening, you know the explosion is already underway. The seventh and final thing that happens is this. Money stops being about survival and starts being about legacy. This is the deepest shift of all. At the start, every dollar is about survival. Paying bills, buying food, making rent, getting through the month. Your money is tied to your present. Every paycheck is about avoiding disaster. But when compounding has been working long enough, when your account has grown large enough, your thinking transforms. You stop asking how to survive. You start asking what you want to build, what you want to leave behind, what kind of impact you want to make. This is the clearest sign that compounding has already exploded, because once your money is large enough to outlive you, your perspective changes forever. Imagine someone who started saving in their 20s. By their 50s, compounding has turned their account into multiple millions. One day they look at the balance and realize something life-changing. They'll never spend it all. No matter what happens, there will always be more. The money is bigger than their needs. It will outlive them. And with that realization, their questions change completely. They stop asking if they can afford to retire. They start asking what kind of legacy they want to create. Should they fund scholarships? Support causes they believe in? Leave something meaningful for their kids and grandkids? The money is no longer a tool for them. It's a gift for generations. And here's the truth. It doesn't feel like fireworks. It doesn't feel like winning the lottery. It feels like a quiet shift in how you see the world. A calm realization that you're free, that you have power beyond yourself. That's the final signal. And it's the ultimate proof that compounding has taken off. So now the question is simple. Where are you? Are you still in the boring phase? That's good. It means the roots are spreading. Are dips still scaring you, or do you see them as opportunities? Is your money earning more than you contribute yet? Are your goals still ahead, or is your money already outrunning them? Are you thinking about survival or legacy? Wherever you are, the explosion is coming. It doesn't announce itself with noise. It arrives quietly through these signals, step by step. And if you recognize them, you'll know your future is already shifting. That's why you can't give up during the boring years. You can't panic during the dips. You can't stop right before the curve bends. Because the moment you cross that invisible line, compounding takes over. And once it does, it transforms your money, your freedom, and your life. The signs are always there. The only question is, will you see them in time? If this helped, hit subscribe. Oh, anyway, I opened a new completely free community where I explain how to create and scale your YouTube channel. After an experience with over 10 successful channels, there I will give you all my strategies and tips to monetize and scale your faceless YouTube channel, and I will help you step by step, since YouTube is the golden opportunity of 2026 if done well. I'm waiting for you. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only, and any results depend on your own decisions and actions.